will take time to come to terms with everything that happened in the Dominion. But time is the one thing we always seem to lack. It will take time to come to terms with everything that happened in the Dominion. But time is the one thing we always seem to lack.
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tyres?
Aye. All their fancy silks stained red.
Battle cries of dread one die, in ruin lies less, as shrinks the glim, so spirits dim, unanswered call, oppressed.
Ivan's newest dish.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Can you blame them, with the skies as they are?
Look what the Cursebreakers brought back from Dalmekia. Said they were all the rage in Dalamil. Looks sort of funny if you ask me.
I'll be damned.
Have you had one before?
Something smells good. What are we having?
Bombs! And they are good. You should try one.
Eh? A bloody great hole in it. Who ate the rest?
It's supposed to be hollow, silly. Haven't you ever seen Drake's Fang?
Clive. The whole realm's in chaos, as the old say.
Go on, then. It'd better all be here. I'll be thankful you got that much. You got out else? And be thankful you got that much. I reckon I can find a buyer. And be thankful you got that much. You got out else? Come again. Or don't. I'm not much bothered.
Thanks for not
either way.
leaving me in the Dominion. If you hadn't come back, I might still be stuck there.
So what do I owe the honour? Fraying about us, guys. Unless that is... So, what'll it be? Not bad, if I do say so myself. That it? Fine. Well. So, what'll it be? Anything else?
Did you see the pair that got hauled into tires?
Aye, all their fancies.
Will we ever see the sun again?
There's barely been a shipment in since the skies started boiling. A few more days without a visit and we'll have to start eating the blankets.
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
There's talk of these skies driving men mad. Most of the hideaways on edge.
Well, it's our job to calm things down. So don't you go spreading ill rumors.
Are we even safe here?
Fancy a look at the list, do you? I don't mean to be gloomy. They need all the help they can get. Here you go. Seen enough?
Oh, I wasn't expecting you back, so it's not true. We've lost some. Come to claim your just desserts? All yours. Best of luck out there, Sid.
Clive. How may I help you today? The state of the realm is ever-changing, Clive. The girls here can have Otto and Gav and Gareth and Cole and all the rest. My heart beats for another. Now, if only Lady Taya would let me into the infirmary to see him.
Is there anything we can do? It doesn't feel right sitting around waiting for the world to right itself.
Might be Goat has some work. That, or you can...
We've received word that the displacement stacks have arrived safely in Canberra. All this fuss over a few dark clouds.
That leather loosener was
Here, I'd never seen a storm before.
I was thinking I might pen a novel of my own to tell the story of the hideaway. I change all the names. Well, except for mine, that is.
Hardly lift my arms. The curse, it's...
You just need some rest. I'll stay here with you. If you'd like, that is.
The injuries suffered by both your brother and the prince were bad enough. But that wound above Joshua's heart is unlike anything I've ever seen. Were he not a dominant, I fear he would have succumbed to it long ago.
Otto, how fares the realm?
The realm? Oh, she's just fine. As long as you look past the fat storms out mother crystals and her skies are a roiling cesspit.
And Gav?
He's with your uncle in the Free Cities, helping Mid with her project. Sent an owl their way the moment the winds turn foul. Still...
Do you have any good news?
Well, that depends on your definition.
All right, fine. What do you suggest we do?
Oh, no, I'm just... Could be that Lady Vivian and Old Tomes have their own. Could be that they...
I suppose...
I see that every report that comes my way makes it into the hands of both Lady Vivian and the Lordsman.
Let's talk of these guys driving.
there's a storm coming, Sid? Will there be thunder?
Let me guess.
Is there anything you don't know?
It doesn't take a court astrologer to augur. That, I believe, is a question. And on the 6th day did the gods tear the sun from the firmament, visiting darkness upon their prideful sons and daughters. But I dare say you remember your childhood lessons on the sins of Zemeckis only too well.
You think they're connected? That Ultima was one of the gods responsible?
Well, he has certainly exhibited powers that we mortals would associate with the divine.
There is nothing divine about him.
But he wouldn't be the first god of whom that could be said, now would he? Yet for all the fairy tales that tell of the sins, there is almost nothing in the way of actual historical accounts. Had I the Journal of Moss the Chronicler, I may have been able to tell you more, but alas, I fear all remaining copies have been lost to time. You will forgive me, I hope?
Certainly not. Because there is nothing to forgive. Even without this journal, you provided us ample wisdom. And we will always be grateful for it.
I was wondering when next you'd visit. With the darkenings. But be that as it may, I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. I have quite the find for you today. What subject shall we consider today? door to the shelves shall ever be open.
Is a storm coming, Sid?
Did you see that? Tell me you saw that.
How is it that not that you are to blame for the Dominion's...
I'm sorry, Ike.
My countrymen are stronger than you
I hope so.
Beneath these darkened skies, fear and confusion reign over Valisthea. Oh, the lands around the fallen Mother Crystals had already begun to wilt for want of ether. But not like this. Crystals that filled wells and fueled furnaces, now nothing but pretty shards of rock. And those that hang from the people's necks cast nary a glimmer of light to keep the dark at bay. It is only a matter of time before the common folk convince themselves that the end of days is upon us. Yet I fear a swift end is more than we can hope for. While most of the world thirsts for ether, the remainder drowns in it, spawning Akashic in droves. And amidst the hordes of mindless beasts, with magics as like to fail as function, even the strongest nation would falter. Rosaria and the Iron Kingdom teeter on the brink of collapse, while the tragedy in Twinside has all but paralyzed the Holy Empire. Dhalmekia fares little better. Rumor has it the ministers fled the capital after the fall of Drake's Fang, leaving their beloved republic to crumble. Waloed, meanwhile, moves in earnest. The Einherjar has been sighted off Storm. The world, in short, is in chaos. It would seem our civilization was nothing but a castle of sand, to be washed away at the whim of the waves.
A castle of sand.
Not my best flourish, but without the protection of their nations.
Which is only a...
Defending but pitchforks and palisades, should the King of Waloed deign to...
Perhaps Otto will be more inclined. And to share his thoughts when he hears what the others had to say.
Clive.
Only one.
It would. We had as many out. Martha's got Akashic out her gates and took...
And don't forget Dalimil.
When it rains...
It fucking pours. And even if I could get word to which means...
There's Jill and I.
Let them know we're on our way.
The messages from Martha, Isabel and Lubor weren't long. But what they lacked in detail, they more than made up for in urgency. Our friend.
I'm ready when you are, Clive.
What's happened?
Pardon me, but would you happen to be a... That well-notched steel, might you be...
How exactly do you intend?
Well, and should you well...
My arms.
Wonderful.
But where...
Along the... Quickly!
Wait. I'd better make sure he doesn't get himself killed.
Do you have any fresh water?
Tell me, traveler, do the other villages of the realm suffer as ours does? with black clouds above and stuff.
Bad news. Good, actually. Only trouble is this... What exactly?
I've come back. Go.
So I've heard.
Oh. Gentlemen, would you pass the good...
Sounds simple enough.
So you'll do. You won't need this old free of... Stop by.
I'll be right.
Has this wine turned? Or is it musty?
I've been asked to find...
That's me.
The innkeeper sent me.
If he's just...
From the Empire.
Such is the point. It's sorrow. The father... I'd say...
I see you've been of some
Perhaps.
findings. I was great now.
Any idea where...
Joseph's...
Can't imagine.
What I wouldn't give for a hot meal. Looks like this is the end of it.
When are they gonna let us through? What do you want?
Just information.
Now you...
Which way did he...
I buggered off to...
No use calling Ambrosia now. Why am I not surprised?
You'll hand over your coin if you know what's good for you.
Are you hurt?
Happily not, good sir. Thanks to your timely intervention. More importantly, we have arrived. Now, feast your eyes upon the marvel before us. Colossal vast airships, we call them. Oblige me if you would. Though we ourselves find fallen ruins to be not a tantalizing mystery. Come, good sir.
He's passionate. I'll give him that. Let's go. Run like the wind. Straight home now.
We don't want any trouble.
Neither do I.
Well, we haven't.
Yes, we have. Those ones.
Maybe he found his...
Mum won't... Shh, I only told...
I'd listen to... No holding back. Nice try. Did Joseph's thieves really lug their stolen wares all the way out here? I think we found our thieves. They don't look happy to see me. Nice try. Let's get this.
Stop! Don't kill him, he's just...
Joseph?
I don't know you.
Your porter friend sent me...
Have I been... wasn't I?
I take it, think...
I'd all but ruled out that because our thieves had no interest in gold. Add to that the rumors of goblin. I launched myself at them. The others, they stole because it was that or starvation.
So you spared them?
These goblins aren't native to the area. Once they've learned to hunt...
I'm impressed.
Do me a favor. Oh, and...
Your secrets?
I appreciate... I'd always thought of goblins as mindless savages.
Not here. Come on. Not again. All right then. Who's first?
Soil and stone!
You're going to get yours. Oh, not when such As Moss tells us, a battle was fought in reaching for their holy Alas, the full truth, but we must not onward.
Still in one piece.
It would seem so. And once more, you impress me. Though Moss the Chronicler, he offers little in the way of could the construction of such, alas, all is mere...
Not if you keep running headfirst into...
You are right, of course.
Glad to help.
I fear I may have rather... You see, and so...
That's what this...
I am afraid...
Fine.
And so ends a delightful day. Here, your reward for humoring my... Truly, knowledge is a gift all the great... when shared. Thank you, once again.
Clive. The other half, as for me... You're always welcome at the caravans.
Joseph's fine. He certainly knows his business.
A good man to... Thank you for No doubt Joseph had quite the adventure.
What's happened? Can't see the caterer right on. Well met. Farewell.
Please, a piece of fruit.
Oh, I see.
Pears
Hey,
are
next time you see Keith, tell him we won't go back to stealing. Michelle's keeping us too busy to even think about it.
The crystals we use to keep them cool on the journey from the orchards barely do anything anymore.
Are you Milan?
That's me.
The innkeeper. He thought you might... Wine and ham just...
Comes with, we get meat. Or rather, still. I've been keeping a cut of something special by for just...
You've raised the price.
I'm looking for...
Well, you found...
The innkeeper sent me.
I've never said no to...
You must be a busy...
No one's making for the refugee camps anymore. Meaning, they linger here, and what gets to me are the gang. Some days you can't... You know what?
Well done. I wonder if the innkeeper might spare a cup of that wine.
There's nothing like a good drink to drown your sorrows.
Do you have any fresh water?
I suppose...
That's fantastic. It's been a while, and the way I see it...
How so?
Well, I wouldn't be serving, and then there's Milan. Those three other... and without the market. Everyone... Right.
I hear you had me carrying a bottle of Gotan 66. If I'd have known, I would have sold the thing and lived like a lord. I'll settle for a cup.
A Gotan 60 blood. A bottle between the four of us might not be enough to...
Here they are! The woes of the world may be
never a true...
Kill the poor sod. And for a handful of coins at that.
Ah, you were right to stay your bastard captain's hand. More bloodshed is the last thing we need in these dark days.
Oh, there's nothing like a cup or five of good wine to wash away.
I owe these remarkable gentlemen more than a few paltry cups of wine. Even if it is the finest.
First we find Isabel.
Heard a bloke saying he saw ghosts on the far side of the wall.
I saw it with my own eyes.
Four left for more on the captain's orders. Only two came back.
I can't do it.
The Lord.
We received the dame's message. There have been sightings.
With the blue eyes. They've taken some...
Akashic, but diff...
And what of your mistress?
Oh, no.
Then we'll look for...
We've seen little and less of the soldiers of late.
We could leave. The two soldiers were carried.
Madame, please! Half the garrison's been slaughtered by those things. We lost the captain this very morning.
We've tried requesting reinforcements, but there's been no word from the... What more would...
I would have you do your duty. Those at the... and protect them I shall. In case you have forgotten, but more than that, your sister, so you have a choice.
She speaks the truth, you know. This here.
What we have left...
Not if we don't. I'll have a word with them.
Ah, Clive. I didn't expect help to arrive so quickly.
It was a noble effort, but I thought you might still need some support.
Like you. What we need to consider is where the creatures came from. The way the survivors speak of them, one would think they appeared out of thin air.
Well...
I can't entirely blame the men of the garrison for losing heart.
You're a pike.
I've got family and a pack of them.
Leave that to her.
My family?
It's all right. Did you see the
creatures? They came out of night.
Do you remember where you were?
On the road from...
It's all right. At least we have an idea of where the thralls might be now. We should head for more.
I assume you have a plan?
It was all they could do to escape. They just left the bodies there in the flood.
Faster!
Clive, look.
I see them. With me!
Should I try?
Save your strength.
Do you think there are more?
There are always more. But I'd say we've done what we can for the time being.
Then we should let Isabel know.
You have the town's thanks.
Don't thank us yet. There will be more. Many more. And you'll need to be ready for them.
Oh, we shall. Isn't that right, Captain?
Yes, milady.
Philippe here has convinced most of the...
Hearing that the Dane would look kindly on any man... It's not the most selfless of motives, I'll admit. But whatever it takes, eh? Now me, I never needed convincing. And the people I love include the ones standing before me.
Handsome and chivalrous.
Now, if you don't mind.
Lest you wonder, I'm not fool, but it has so... Philippe will make a good captain.
The Akashic attacked us out of the blue. And there's no telling where.
This man's gonna die if we don't get him to a healer.
Martha, It's good to see you.
And you, Clive.
Otto said you'd been attacked by a cat.
Those skies are what happened. There were hundreds of them. The rest are still down.
What do you think, Clive?
That we join them.
I thought you'd know. Now, where I let the men know you...
We're on our way.
If they ain't close...
Do you think there were as many as Martha says?
More.
You don't think they've abandoned us, do you?
Clive, wounded.
We deal with the Akashic first.
These men don't have the look of hired swords.
If you've come to rob this place,
You are mistaken, my Lord Rosfield. We're here by Madame Martha's leave.
how do you know my name?
Forgive me, my lord. There wasn't time for introductions. We're with the Guardians of the Flame.
Wade's men? But how did you come to be here? Where is your commander?
Sir Wade left earlier with a scouting party to find out where the Akashic were coming from.
Did he? Take your wounded back to the inn. Martha will see you're looked after. We'll join you anon.
And to think you took them for thieves. A fine reward for holding off the horde, that is.
When did Wade and his men arrive?
Not long after Rosalith fell. The Guardians asked me to shelter some of them that had lost their homes. They were making ready to leave just as the skies turned, and we agreed it was best we stuck together.
Martha! Trouble! The scouting party's almost at the lift, but they got a pack of Akashic snapping at their heels! And they've got wounded with them! They're not gonna make it!
Damn it all.
We'll worry about them, Martha.
You look after everyone here. If any can still fight, send them to the lift.
I will. You two be safe now. The lift can only carry a few...
It looked like the Guardians were going as quick as they could. Ian.
Mad dogs.
I need you to get those who can still walk up the lift to Martha's. But what about... I didn't ask, Oscar. Sir.
Sir Wade.
Lord Rossfield. If you aren't a sight for sore eyes.
Martha seemed to think you might need some help. And by the looks of it...
We thought we could sneak by them. But we didn't know there would be so many. How could we have?
Behind you!
Damn it! We need to get the injured to safety.
Do you think we can hold them off?
We can certainly try. Are you with us, Sir Wade?
Always.
Then let's do our duty.
Is anyone hurt?
I don't think so.
And yet again, you've pulled me from the flames. It's just a pity I keep walking into them.
You've never been one to shy away from danger, Sir Wade. Like any shield worthy of the name.
I see you're all in one piece.
Martha!
Is something wrong?
The lookout saw smoke coming.
A second.
Feel like fit.
Always.
Jill and I will make... You'll need to move...
Don't you worry.
The moment my...
Eastpool's seen enough tragedy. A visit.
Please, make for East...
Fiends try to climb the walls here, too.
They're headed for the rest.
We have to slow them down. Arthur and the others won't be ready.
Something's coming!
Apologies, my lord. Did I miss anything?
Only the first round, so wait. Shall we? Do you see any more?
No.
But it won't be long.
Then we make for...
What did you find out there?
The same as Sir Wade.
Well, wherever they came from, hopefully we'll... How many of... Oh, damn sight.
It was a hard-fought victory. It's not a matter of if. The inn here...
What do you say, Martha?
Well...
My lord, there's someone I'd like you to meet. Oscar, over here. It is an honor to make your acquaintance, Lord Rosfield. I am Oscar. Oscar of House Murdoch.
Murdoch? I wasn't aware the Lord Commander had children.
Oh, he didn't. But... Well, go on, then. Yes. If it please you, I would learn the duties of a shield.
I'm sorry to disappoint you, Oscar. But I am a shield no longer. Nor was I ever the finest. And spending time in the company of an outlaw hardly seems a fitting education for one aspiring to take his oaths.
My Aunt Hannah once told me that you have accomplished much since taking on the mantle of Cid, and I would sooner serve under... not...
It's all right. There is only so much the...
But a squire...
Would that really be so bad? You were a squire once. And I'm certain Sir Rodney would approve.
Know that I'll show you as much leniency as your uncle showed me.
I would not have it any other way. I will not let you down, Lord Rosfield.
We shall be staying here for the time being, and not just for the ale. I'll have one of my men escort Oscar to Benimir once he's said his farewells.
it? Should I be worried?
Ah. You haven't been introduced.
Jill, Clive has told me much about you.
All lies, I'm sure.
Your Stolas...
Indeed.
Any idea what...
The desert's a big but, the fact...
What did you...
Ah, as if by magic. Let's just say we've... And at this rate, I've tried.
Perhaps we could talk to them.
What makes you think that?
What makes you...
She makes a fair point.
Suppose we just follow the shouting.
They're both as stubborn as the lover's pot, and every bit as irritating.
Poor bastard. Couldn't run because of the weight of his load. Still,
You wouldn't talk like that if it had been... We hire mercenaries...
And what happens when those... We're better off using that coin to buy... And you cannot fill...
But what happens when they...
That's enough. Any more of this and I'll throw you out myself. Come back with...
Victor. What's he doing here?
Sid.
I was about to ask.
Costness isn't... The Briar's Kiss here in Dalamil is the only place I was here to do just that.
Who are those people?
Those were the thorns. These are an entire...
We're still working. Perhaps we can...
I hope.
So,
what I saw was but if left to small.
My thoughts exactly. Both sides wish to protect them.
And if there's one...
What would Sid...
Well, if it were my namesake, he'd let them choose for themselves.
That sounds like a recipe for disaster.
A recipe for... While it's plain neither Conrad, it may still be possible. Before prison, and that would to pool our resources.
When all that...
It appears we... Victor, pay Conrad...
As you wish.
Don't worry, Victor and I will do most...
Play along.
What he means to say is yes.
poor bastard. Couldn't run.
Picture it, Conrad. Ah, here she is. The Lady of the Spear herself. Conrad, may I introduce you to Jane, commander of the Red Wings, the oldest mercenary guild in the Free Cities.
A pleasure, my lady.
The pleasure is all mine.
As I told you, I summoned the commander here from Canver to inquire about a contract.
Victor says you told him no. That there aren't any men left to hire. Is that true?
True as the crystals cracked. Nobles came and claimed every last one worth his salt. And not just from us Red Wings. You know of the 7 high houses. There must be 2 swords assigned each one. Granted, we have a few boys left. If it's boys you're looking for.
Well, Conrad, are you saying that Dalamil's finest cannot defend this town better than a gaggle of unblooded striplings? That a band of beardless youths could better avenge the deaths of your brave men than you yourselves?
Absolutely not. We'll show those bastards who they're dealing with.
I can't believe that actually worked.
Conrad's not what you call the brightest candle in the crypt. And there's a reason why
I wonder if Conrad has the right of it.
My shop? Why would anyone do such a thing?
If I had my pickaxe, I would...
All this after the last cell swords we paid for proved themselves such reliable.
Be allowed to keep it.
Yes, but... Never poke a hornet's nest, they say. Conrad's going to get...
Ah, here he is now. Natalie, allow me to introduce Lord Underhill of Randalar's prestigious League of Merchants.
Lord Underhill. At your service.
Underhill.
How you were lamenting the state of the capital's stores.
Lubor says that not only are the granaries...
Indeed, certainly that is the case. The nobles in the capital are buying up the cities. It is only a matter of time before...
It is worse than I thought. And while I applaud your endeavor, which means that now, more than ever, if our humble town is to endure...
All right. If it will help to protect my home, I'll do it. But you needn't have gone through this charade.
Thank you, Clive. Your performance was...
She saw right through.
I didn't say it was good. Now, my scouts should be...
I'm not convinced our roles in this ruse were entirely necessary.
I don't know. Conrad seemed quite taken with you.
Mummy, I'm scared.
Oh, if you're wondering why Dalamir...
Good news. Both Conrad and Natalie, with time, they made...
Time no longer...
I take it your scouts found the bandits.
Technically, it would be the band... All.
You're not serious.
They don't just want food, they want...
I have a favor to ask. I'm told the bandits march in two...
Very well.
The rest, my friend, mistakes I concede are...
That is a lot of faith to put...
Then it will be for...
I thought...
We'll hold them off, and we will...
The women folk have come to welcome us.
I'll take that one.
It's all yours.
They mean to overwhelm us.
The townspeople. Could they have held out?
I don't hear any fighting. What do you think?
That we should hurry.
Natalie, I owe you an apology. You did well out there.
Without you, there would have been no... You saved us, Conrad.
We all saved Dalimil.
Conrad seems to have had a change of heart.
I'd say they both...
I take it from your present. The plan worked, Sid. Granted, it only took an army of bloodthirst.
Calm now, Victor. Why quibble over the... We are you... As for you...
I'll take that as a compliment. Our friends seem to have things under control. For now, at least. Let's go and put Otto's mind at rest.
Now, if I could only
Dalimil will forever be in your debt. But don't go trying to take advantage of that. Dalimil will forever be in your debt.
Where did you learn to swing a sword like that?
In a desert full of ne'er-do-wells, a woman has to learn to look after herself.
A youth claiming kindred with your old commander.
Thanks for not leaving me in the Dominion. If you hadn't come back, I might still be stuck there. Told Nan we flew.
Trouble with your gear, or something for you, dear? Anything else?
Welcome back, my lord. I only just arrived myself. No one seemed to know where I should go, so I thought I'd guard your chambers until instructed otherwise.
See the pair that got... into tires.
Aye.
We sent Cursebreakers to Martha's Rest, Dalamil.
Cole told us everything that happened. It's a bit of a worry that both the Republic... Fancy a look at the list, do you? Quick look. Seen enough?
Welcome to the Patron's Whisper. Your benefactors are a generous lot. All yours. Come again. I may have more for you.
Was wandering at ours from... How is it you always manage to...
Look, I suppose any word of...
the nations.
Right.
Clive, now's the time.
Thank you, Otto.
So it was not Sylvester, but Olivier who served as Ultima's puppet. And when Dion learned of this, he sought to slay the fiend. Only for his father to take the spear that would have freed him. Enough to drive a man to madness.
Small wonder he hasn't stirred. I would be afraid to wake.
Had I but reached out to him sooner, warned him of the threat Ultima posed. But now, both an empire and her prince lie broken.
Joshua, what do you know of Ultima?
Very little, I'm afraid. Despite my best efforts. 18 years ago, as I lay buried beneath the rubble of Phoenix Gate, it was not death who came for me, but another. And it was while in my rescuer's care, I first heard of Ultima. I've been chasing his shadow ever since. Ultima is driven by some deep, dark purpose, and for whatever reason, it would seem you are crucial to his designs. He will stop at nothing to have you, even if that means toppling an empire.
But why me? What possible use could I be to such a creature?
That is one of many answers that have eluded me. Yet, I am certain of this. It is not mere chance. You were chosen for a reason. All dominants carry within them the might of an icon. Nigh limitless power that is at once acutely limited. I wield fire, and only fire.
And I only ice. 8 wardens for 8 elements. But you, Clive.
You are different. You're special. Your abilities begin with the flames of Ifrit. But they do not end there. The fact Ifrit can even exist goes against everything we thought we knew of dominance. Perhaps Ultima has been waiting for one such as you, whose potential is truly limitless.
I've encountered that thing several times now. If it or he, as you say, needs me, why hasn't he claimed me as he did the boy?
Were I to hazard a guess, I'd say the two of you are somehow incompatible. His mind not properly attuned to your body.
His mind.
Mind, awareness, spirit, call it what you wish. But I believe Ultima to be an embodiment of the concept. This is why I struggle and fail to contain him here inside me.
I'm sorry. Inside you?
With every setting sun, I feel my strength wane. And though the Phoenix's flames mend the prison I have made for Ultima, they do so at a cost. We must find a means to bring an end to him before I meet my own.
What were you thinking?
It was that or let him take Clive. And I've always had a soft spot for my brother.
But that doesn't mean you should sacrifice yourself to save me.
Joshua. Clive, it's Gav. There's an army of Akashic at the gates of Canver.
Well, what's the short of it?
It's all Tyre told you. The capital of the Free Cities is under siege by an army of monstrosities. The city guard are doing their best to stem the tide, but numbers ain't on their side.
What of Lord Byron and Mid? Were they able to escape?
No, but they're all right for now. They're hiding with Gav at midship.
We have to get them out of there.
And we shall. Otto, prepare a Stolas. Tell Gav to stay exactly where he is.
Understood.
Vivian, what's the swiftest route to the Free Cities?
That sounds like a question for the map. Look here. This road, through Tabor, should provide the least trouble.
Good.
What a coincidence. Tabor is exactly where I'm bound.
Joshua, bed is where you should be bound.
You don't think I told him the exact same thing?
Were Tyre not such a talented healer, I would surely have been inclined to agree. But, thanks to her ministrations, I feel I may safely rejoin my attendant, who was to wait for me in Tabor if we became separated.
All right, we travel together.
Clive!
If he stays close to me, he'll be fine.
Thank you, brother.
I'll look after him.
My attendant was with me in the Dominion before I primed. She would have watched the battle unfold and witnessed its outcome. I trust you'll be waiting for me in Tabor, where I can finally introduce you.
Tyre's right. Your brother is in no condition to travel. That's all I'll say on the matter. It's Mid, Gav, and your uncle we should be thinking about now. What will it be today? And how could it not?
But are we any better?
I cannot claim. Such are the wages. Ironic, then.
How may I help you today?
Very good.
You know how I feel about this, but your brother's stubbornness knows no bounds. I'm starting to think it runs in the family.
We sent Cursebreakers to Martha's Rest, Dalamil, and...
Did you see that?
There's barely been a shipment in since the sky started.
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Sid,
I can certainly try.
it's not who. I borrowed them to teach my first witch warm.
Perhaps a visit.
I don't like to imagine that they were in the...
Good morrow to you, my friend. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. You wish to study the tomes? You are always welcome, Clive.
Seems the hideaway's lost its appetite.
Blasted book.
It's me.
I'm all the cook. You remember Ivan? So I thought I'd try making one.
It wasn't as...
Yeah, but this is...
I've never been... So,
A fried mortar recipe seemed only...
Ivan said...
Well, kindly...
Fine. And if...
You...
Rutherford. Where would he be? Is everything on? You seem more...
Oh, I don't know what that... Oh, I think Nan...
It's all right.
Folk are saying she's been selling to bandits, but she'd never do business. I wanted to ask her about it myself. She'd...
Don't worry.
Oh, you let me know...
Of course.
Nan sometimes sells swords and...
Lady Karen.
Not nearly.
You're...
Can't. What exactly? Not once in 5...
just... asking.
Oh.
All I know is that...
And what? You believe it? Look. I've... But that woman...
You're right, Lady Karen. I apologize. It was wrong of me to doubt you.
No. It was. No. I reckon...
Of course. I spoke that the rumors were unfounded, along with some other thing. While it sounds like she...
Oh, I knew... But why would...
No, but people do things for all...
Well, that trade, so that's where...
Are you sure that...
Oh, but...
I heard the Emperor was impaled on his...
We're all gonna die! You hear me?
What do you reckon we should do? I say we should just tell Miss Shirley.
Sid!
Hard at your studies, I see. It's not a set of scales, is it?
No.
Well, not anymore, it's not.
And just how long hasn't it been one?
We're sorry.
But we didn't break them.
Just like Miss Middledore showed up.
Miss Middledore?
Because that's the only way to become a...
Miss Middledore said... The best...
Well, then your work is already half done.
About that.
The taking apart was easy enough.
Speak for yourself. The heavy thing...
You three need to learn to take response. So let's have a look at these parts with fresh eyes. All right. Every piece has its own role. If even one of them... You already know one of the pieces. This is called the arm. Why do you suppose that is?
You're right. It looks more like a wing.
You've ridden a chocobo before, haven't you?
I'll think about it.
Hold things. So wait, maybe...
Good thinking. You're on the... These round parts are called the pan.
I do. Molly, but these aren't for frying bangers. But what if I wanted to wait?
Probably not.
What are the chains for?
Well spotted. This tiny piece.
I have. Miss Middledore.
She puts them in all her inventions.
That's right. They're very...
I remember the arm moved when I tried weighing an apple.
Not my fault. You shouldn't have tried weighing it.
You know what part's supposed to move and how it's supposed to. So, let's put the pieces together first, see what doesn't move, and then stick the cogwheel to that.
Not a bad idea. You see? So...
I think we've got...
Then here's what we'll do.
Well, obviously you need to stop.
And the arms go on the body, and then...
Very good. Let's see if that works. There. All finished.
Yes!
Well, with Sid's help.
Oh, I just put the pieces together.
That's right.
Her hairs.
Yeah, hairs for the future.
What do you think, Sid?
With a little more help from Miss Mitch.
You hear that?
Until then, though...
Hey, look! We never used the cogwheel.
You don't think Sid forgot about it, do you? Didn't happen to forget anything, did you, Sid? Didn't happen to forget anything, did you, Sid?
Do you like being struck by a thunderbolt? We sent curse breakers to Martha's Rest.
There's barely been a shipment in since the...
Is a storm coming, Sid? Will there be...
Well?
It was as you thought. They dismantled them to see how they worked.
Oh, no, Mid will have my head.
Thankfully she won't. Although I was the one who ended up teaching the lesson.
I'm so sorry, Sid. I shall see that the children are properly punished.
Please, there's no need. She'd have them following her.
I see. Sid, do you know why
She told me it was because her studies have been
No, it isn't. To anyone else it would be an opportunity, but to Mid, but that should come as no surprise.
Which explains her... She's working to give them a better life.
Ah, you've given them far more... If Mid is teaching my pupils her secrets, I suppose I should...
Lawsman Harpocrates.
Ah, the young man did a one.
That's actually why I'm here.
Ah, now, Skyworm.
Dragonlift.
One would have thought. I believe the specific dragon the rest...
So we know where to...
Saints, I gather, I may add.
Meaning?
Best of luck, and... Knowledge hoarded is knowledge lost. I have compiled some new entries, if you would like to see them. What subject shall we consider today?
It's like a dream. The four of us out walking like we used to.
Enjoying this, are you? Gav and the others could be in danger as we speak.
You're right. I'm sorry. Yote is a fine scout. If Canva was attacked, she will already have begun gathering information.
Tabor isn't far. We should pick up the pace.
After it!